title dream alive, but the referee waves it on. But Champ has gone through the gears and shown us why he's the world champion.
Martial arts is now getting more and more attention, and gradually these tournaments have becoming more professional. Ever since, professional tournament organizers have appeared with the mission of elevating tournament. And coming to our talk sport today is a key member of the world's largest Muay Thai tournament units, Mr. James Đৰীষ্টng, the president of MTGP Asia. Hello James, welcome to our show today.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Can you please first of all introduce yourself again to the viewers?
Hi, I'm James Δৰীষ্টng, MTGP President for Asia. Let me just start by saying I've been with the MTGP brand for the start of this whole process. The founder is Philip Tew, one of my personal close friends and a really good business partner of mine. And together we are moving forward with MTGP around the world. So it's very nice to be here, Han.
So thank you for being here today. And for your information viewers, the Muay Thai Grand Prix is coming to Vietnam on December 29 for the first event in Ho Chi Minh City. It can be considered as the dawn of this sport in our country because the promotion will also host the Muay Thai Grand Prix Vietnam Championship in 2023. And us VTV Cab are honored to be the chosen as their strategic partner. Yeah, so first of all, can you recall a bit what have you been doing for the last few days in Vietnam?
Vietnam has been an absolute roller coaster since I've come back just a few days. We've done a lot of site tours, visiting academies, speaking to all the associations that are involved in our work. Very productive.
Yeah, sure. I think for a person, can I say that you are a Việt kiều, right?
Việt kiều, yes.
Yes, and so far, do you travel back and forth to Vietnam a lot?
Yes, I do. Before COVID, I used to come back 3, 4, 5 times a year, but
wow.
Since COVID, I've only been back once, but maybe this is the start of something continuous.
Sure. So from now on till the December 29th, do you think you also have to travel a lot in order to get the tournament prepared?
I believe so, yes. There's a lot of background work involved in this. It's going to be Vietnam's prestigious Muay Thai events to date. So with all our experience and abilities, we'll be back a lot more.
So can you review us a bit more about the upcoming plan for this?
Well, MTGP is a promotion that just wants to elevate Muay Thai into a mainstream kind of viewing scenario. Therefore, we will just actually actively be bringing everything to the highest level, from staging, from crew, from associations, affiliations, and we're very happy to have VTV Cab to be a part of this. Yeah,
sure. So let's throw back a bit about the past when you guys first founded the Muay Thai GP. So can you share us about in what circumstance, how was the history of MTGP?
The history of MTGP started off from Philip Tew. He's the founder right now. Right now the company is just growing so fast. So we've split the operations into divisions of continents just to make it easier for us to carry on with our work without being subject to a slow process. MTGP has started for 12 years. First few years of development was slow, but we can see the ability of having a sport that is growing amongst its trainers, its people that participate in Muay Thai. So we've seen it grow so fast.
Yeah. Okay, so now I just know that you and Philip Tew are the co-founder of MTGP. You guys didn't do the Muay Thai in Thailand instead of UK and Europe.
I think because we live and reside in London, in the UK. Obviously, we have our heritage that is Asian. Philip has learned most of the martial arts out there for 30 years.
Yes.
To bring it into a event level, I think Muay Thai was the right martial arts to choose because the competition is really fierce in Thailand, where it's originally from. Being in Thailand a lot, training there, doing our seminars there, we kind of loved the sport of Muay Thai to a point where we came back to the UK and organize our events.
Yeah.
The first events, obviously they started off small, but the love and reception we got was pretty good, and it enabled us to further develop Muay Thai Grand Prix into a events team that is now spreading very rapidly in Europe and in the world.
Sure,
So,
I can tell, right?
Yeah.
So as you didn't start it out with like at the roots of the sport, which is Thailand, right? But so I think like there's a lot of difficulties to overcome all the preparation of the tournament in the country where this sport wasn't. I think like 12 years ago wasn't too popular. Yeah. So what did you do to get through it?
I think you're right about that, but we kind of fused our kind of English mentality into the sports, and we brought it to the public with just a factor where they can feel very involved with it. Muay Thai as a sport is a combat sport. All our viewers love combat sports, but with Muay Thai it's more of a traditional theme. They're very involved, and it's very entertaining. The sport itself, the combat style is very smooth, so everyone loves it, and it was very easy to promote that to our customer base in the UK.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's say the name Muay Thai implies this is a local sport, right?
Yeah.
In Thailand, of course, because like there is literally a country in the name. But what are the reasons that making this a global sport, which definitely help you expand in terms of getting like fighters and also viewers? Yeah.
Well, Muay Thai as a sport itself is growing locally in every area of Europe. The schools and the training facilities and teachers are there now to help the students develop. MTGP has an academy we work with where we train our own fighters to compete. We have those fighters compete with every other schooling academies in Europe, and our success story is very good, which has enabled us to grow and attract more students to our brand. It's taken us a long time to get our fan base to where it is. A lot of hard work, but
I can tell.
It's really nice to see where it's growing, and nice to see how not just in London or UK where we're at that is growing. It's just growing around Europe and South America now, Australia. It's very nice to be a part of the sport, and we hope we're doing Muay Thai, Thailand.
Yeah, sure.
A good thing, and it's nice to do that.
So how satisfied are you to be able to branch out your promotion from the UK to now, basically, right? But let's look back a bit. Can you highlight some of the achievements so far that you and your promotion have had in the past few years?
Yeah, certainly. Well, as the brand has developed and grown into an international promotion, we've put on a lot of world fights that are now like really sought after by a lot of really big time fighters. They want our belt. It's prestigious. They've raised it, a bar, and we get a lot of competition for it. With the best fighters in Muay Thai. So for us, that's one of our best rewards to see, the fruits of our labor. That are, our belts. Now we have 7 current world champions.
Wow, that's a lot, right?
That's a lot so far, and that's why we're very excited to be hosting the Vietnam Championship next year, just to see who the best MTGP Vietnamese fighter is for the middleweight division.
I'm looking forward for that too.
Well, yeah, me too. we all are.
But like so far, like was there any like outstanding moment that now when you look back and is a bit like emotional for you?
I think when we, in London, when we started off in the smaller venues, and we was working hard just to make it happen, and we didn't have the team in place to realize it, and me and Phil sat there, we were just like halfway giving up, like it's just
really,
we were just like, oh, this is so much hard work, but we persevered, and I think we got a contract for a huge arena. And we followed through with the hard work, and that it was a world title fight, and it was very successful, and the feedback was great, and it was just a moment where we thought we could actually take this to another level. And let's just keep going and see where this goes.
So currently, how many fighters are signed to your promotion?
Right now, in total, we have over 200 fighters signed to the MTGP brand all around the world. So
That's a big number.
it's a big number, and we're filtering through those contracts to see who's at the level to compete at what level and what stage. So it's a whole process.
So are there like regional series like you're planning to organize in Vietnam? And if so, how many series are there? And also, how many title or weight classes are there?
I think we just concentrate on our first project right now, just to get it over the line. I'm sure with our affiliation with VTV Cab, the management team have, we've suggested a few ideas, but I just want to focus on our first step, just to showcase MTGP on the 29th of December and work on the Vietnam Championship competition for the middleweight class only. We believe the middleweight class is the most easily accessible for the martial artists. So we'll take that as seriously as possible and then maybe work on something else thereafter.
But like, do you consider this is like right now is the peak of your promotion?
Yeah, I feel like we're here now. We're doing bigger things. We're meeting bigger contacts. We are already organizing something for one championship. Is road to one. So some of our competitions in Europe, if you win that competition, you get signed over to one championship. The relationship between one championship, Chowdhury, and ourselves at MTGP is a very good relationship we have. So we are ever expanding.
Good. So guys, as I've just mentioned, December 29 will be the first event hosted by the Muay Thai Grand Prix in Vietnam. So now, let's take a look back at the official partnership unveiling ceremony.
Việt Nam mình là thiếu nhiều sân chơi, thì cái giải đấu MTGP này sẽ tạo một cái sinh thái, tức là hệ thống giúp cho các vận động viên nó có điều kiện cọ sát nhiều hơn, qua đó để nâng cao trình độ chuyên môn.
Chúng mình cũng là gốc người Việt Nam, mong rằng và muốn rằng cái tầm level của những võ sĩ của Việt Nam sẽ đến cái tầm level quốc tế và không phải là một hai người mà cả thế hệ này và thế hệ sau.
Hiện nay thì VTV Cab cũng đang mong muốn là có thể là làm giàu tất cả những nội dung mang tính chất là thể thao đối kháng cũng như thể thao hành động, không những chỉ dừng lại ở các cái bộ môn như là võ thuật. Chúng tôi sẽ tập trung để mà tìm kiếm các vận quyền ở các cái khu vực châu Á Thái Bình Dương, nơi mà các vận động viên Việt Nam có thể tham gia.
So in December 29 will be the very first Muay Thai Grand Prix in Vietnam. So can you please share about some of the information again?
Sure. MTGP will be bringing our welterweight division belt here, defended by Chang Pok, a very prestigious Thai fighter. He'll be in his defense for his world title here in Saigon on the 29th. We also have a lot of main events going on the night. Vietnam's best fighters competing with some of our MTGP fighters in the UK and Europe. And we'll be also having most of the Vietnamese Muay Thai fighters that are in the top 10 in Vietnam.
Yeah. So this will be the first of many events of your promotion in Vietnam, right? So why did you choose Vietnam to be the next destination of your promotion, especially since you're investing a series, not just one event?
I feel like Vietnam has a lot of potential with the way it's grown economically. It's become a very big powerhouse in Asia now, and I feel like the time is right for something of this magnitude to come to Vietnam and prosper here and grow here. Saigon is a lovely city. I've lived there for a while, so I know it very well, and I know the enthusiasm for Muay Thai in Vietnam is a big appetite. Yeah. So it's something that we're playing with. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Asia in general would be like the new land of the economy, and also to all the other sports that was more promoted in other countries till now?
For sure. I think Asia has grown economically very fast as well. and the appetite for sport here is huge. We can see it from the football, we can see it from the basketball, how it's grown. We can see it from many, many sports that has grown in Vietnam or Asia. So for us, it was an easy decision to make. And Vietnam was one of the easiest decisions I've ever had to make too.
Yeah, sure. So let's say, like, compare like to other sport, Muay Thai and combat sport definitely are not, I don't think it's popular yet. So will this be a challenge for you? And also, above all those old difficulties, what are the promises of this country regarding this sport that influenced you to expand to Vietnam?
Well, we'll be certainly looking to bring our team here. Our team that has experience with the market in Europe. We'll bring a different scope and a different kind of passive look at all our infrastructure in our business. We can enable the Vietnamese partners here and affiliations here to see how we work, so they can take it in any ways they like. And have the experience to work with us, to know, you know, how things are in Europe and what can be done better or what could we improve. So it goes both ways in this.
Yeah. So far, what are your favorite fighters in Vietnam, and can you tell us why?
Okay. Right now, I really like the look and the style of nhất. I think he has got a lot of attention, but for us and for me, I can see why, because he has a certain grace and a certain fire in the ring that we like as our brand. So we're very happy to have him competing on the 29th.
So as I've just said before, we are VTV Cab and we are so proud to be chosen as a strategic partner for the upcoming Muay Thai Grand Prix Vietnam Championship in 2023. So what about you, James? Like, what do you expect from this partnership?
Firstly, I just want to say again that it's very nice to have a VTV Cab alongside us with MTGP.
Yeah.
We are very, impressed and very open to, a company such as VTV Cab, because we find that, VTV Cab is very modern, very forward-thinking, and very open, and just want to take things to new heights, which is our same philosophy too. We just want to do the best for something that we love.
Yeah.
So having the same mindset together with a company like this we're very proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Like, we are really proud to be a part of this, and also now we have you.
Yep.
Yeah, the essential part for the Muay Thai Vietnam development in the future as well.
Yep, certainly.
Yeah. So next up, what is the plan for the 2023?
MTGP as a whole, the company is moving forward into new territories. We are looking into South America. We have a division that we're starting up for that.
Oh.
And we're putting on more world title fights. I think currently our world champions have been taking it easy. So, we want to give them some competition and, hook them up with new fights.
Yeah.
For Vietnam, I think hopefully this series is going to go well, and we are looking to host events in other cities. I think Vietnam is such a beautiful country.
Thank you.
We have to really, balance it out with having competitions and events that kind of match the beauty of Vietnam.
Yeah. So, like in your aspect, what is the difference between the market in Europe compared to the market in Asia?
There's a lot of differences,
right?
I believe. Yeah, there's. I think the fundamental difference between the Asian market and the Europe market is Asian is a lot more bigger, but the tickets are not as quantifiable as in tickets is not the main thing that we look at here. We're just looking to put on a great show as possible without the ticket sales, so we have to find different routes for operation. Whereas in the UK, Europe ticket sales is a bigger factor for
right.
us. So yeah, it's a fundamental difference.
But do you think why, like the people in Europe, they are willing to pay for the ticket compared to here? They're like, like this is more like entertaining. I don't want to pay.
I think maybe the mindset is different, or how people have lived, and how everything else is. If the market is like that, you can't come along and try and change it with one event. It's not.
Yeah.
That's not something we're looking to do. So we're just looking to put on a show that people can enjoy. So that's where our.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so in Vietnam series as well, right? For example, the prize for the winner. Yeah. How are you going to get the fighters, and what the pathway are you having to bring Vietnam fighters to the world? Well, like to expand the market, not in Vietnam, but also the world. This is something for the future. I don't know if I should be discussing right now, but I might as well discuss it while we're here. So, we plan to bring our academies back here, have and our best teams come back here and really delve into the coaching side of Vietnam. We know a lot of coaches. We are here in cooperation with Đ돕NG Muay Thai, like two Muay Thai associations. Yep, the federation itself, and we're in constant conversation right now of how we can improve this. Sure. This is something that we aim to do for the future. Okay. And then after that, when they are at the level where we feel like, okay, they can compete, they can win, we'll bring them overseas events, UK, Europe and America. Yeah, I mean, it depends a lot on them, right? Not just us.
It depends a lot on them. It usually depends on the timing. You got to get someone ready at the right time for the right event. Sometimes events come along, and you're just ready. Yeah. Give yourself 6 weeks, training camp, and you're ready to step in that ring. Okay.
So, both everything that we have just shared through the fight and through the promotion, that's like the way that you guys have been doing so far to promote the Muay Thai, right? Yeah. But in the future, do you think we have like other ways to promote Muay Thai in the Vietnam community?
There's so many ways to promote Muay Thai in communities, from social platform networking events, charity events. Just there's get them more involved with other industries. The press has been very helpful, assisted the profiling of the fighters. And there's also schools that you can always reach out to have more facilities and teaching in local areas.
Oh, do you think like we should teach Muay Thai at school now?
Well,
as like a sport?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. But as a maybe after school hobby or a local area community.
I mean, like if the teachers can raise the awareness with also the student and the family, then when we just start the base when they were small, I think this is totally possible.
Well, that is how you become a professional Muay Thai athlete. You have to start from a very small age. If you want to reach the highest heights of the sport, in any sport, you have to start very young. I wouldn't say teachers should teach Muay Thai in Vietnam, but if people wanted to, it should be an option, or it should be available if they want to. If they find the sports stars of Muay Thai their hero, they want to be like them. So let them
choose.
Let them choose.
So hopefully, Vietnamese fighters will have more opportunity in the future to contest with the best of the best, since the Muay Thai has been really developing in Vietnam more and more in the future. So on behalf of VTV Cab, again, we thank you for choosing us as your strategic partner for the 2023 Muay Thai Grand Prix Vietnam Championship. So I sincerely wish nothing but the best for you, for our partnership, for the series, and also for the organization in the future. And once again, thank you for your presence today.
Thank you, Hang, and thank you, VTV Cab and On Sport for giving me the time and the opportunity to be here today and express my thank you for everybody involved in this project.
And that's all our Talk Sports. I hope you guys have enjoyed our talk today, and I'll see you in our next episode. I'm Hằng Phung. Goodbye and see you next time. Bye.